Hello everyone and welcome to my coloring corner. Today we are looking at a special little tiny printer. This is a Smart Pocket printer. It is an IDPRT product, and it is a mini sticker printer. This is a thermal printer, so it doesn't have ink. So basically it prints on the sticker paper. You go through an app and you can print out whatever you have showing in the app. So it comes with a installation little packet, little book. Of course, there it is. Of course, I took it out of the box and now I can't find where it is. And, it has a little QR code that you download the app with. It shows you how to insert your sticker paper and that sort of thing. It comes with a thing of sticker paper already inserted. So basically, you put it in the little holes there. Let's go like that. So there's little pegs on either side. You bring the paper up like this, close that down, tear that off, nice and clean. And then you press this button here, which will bring this light on. So you can see that the light is on. Once that light is on, you go to your phone after you've installed the app and you go to your Here Print app, which will bring you up to this, and it will connect to your printer. And then you can go print pictures. Now you can go into your images that you have in your phone and you can print those out. So let's print this one here, which is one of Hannah Lynn's pages that we're going to color this month. So say you want to print that and color it in and put it in your coloring journal. You don't even have to color it. You can just print it and put it in your coloring journal. But if you want to hit print, which is right up here, you can even adjust this so you can edit it, you can rotate it, you can crop it. If you just want to say have her face, you can take it and you can crop it to just have her face in the picture like that. And then we'll hit print and we'll hit print. And as you can see, it has created a small sticker of that picture. It doesn't remove with your finger, so you can't rub that ink off. And I have used some colored pencils on these. It would work better with a water-based pen. So I've got the Pitt pen here, and I'm just going to color this part here. Now it's very, very small, so fine liners would work fantastic for this. This brush is a little bit big, but I like using the Pitt pen for this because it is a very smooth surface. So the Pitt pen covers very nicely on it, and you can build that color up after it dries. You can use colored pencil. However, with colored pencil, you're only going to get one layer because of the fact that this is a very smooth, unporous paper. So if you're going to use pencils, just make sure that you use the color that you want it to be, not something that you're going to have to build up. Prismas would work fantastic for it. But as you can see, you can color that and you can put it in your journal as a representation of the page that you just finished. So, for example, this one here is the page that I just finished. And I did use colored pencil on this. However, it is a grayscale of the page I just colored. So the color is darker on there than it is everywhere else. Now I did press a little hard trying to get that color to show through that black, but it stays on there. It doesn't rub off. Don't get it on my thumb unless I have little bits. But it does stay on there, and you can take this whole sticker, peel it off, and stick it onto a piece of paper. So let's see. I know I have a journal here somewhere. So here's my little journal, and I can take this and I can put it here like so, and then I can take my pen. God, I'm losing everything today. And I can take the pen and I can say live streamed. And then the dates, what pencils I used. So I used the Ohuhu markers. Oh, of course, now my pen is not going to work. So I can use Ohuhu marker and Faber-Castell poly pencils. So you can put that in your journal, shows what picture you've colored that day. You can put the date, name of the author, everything else. And you can build a library of what you've colored and that sort of thing. Or you can also use this to show and work on your swatch charts. So I have a blank one here somewhere. Hold on a sec. Let me find that. I could have swore I had it right next to me. I'm losing everything today. I just can't seem to keep anything where it belongs. All right, so I've lost that swatch chart. So let's use a swatch chart that is already colored in. Let's use the polys since it's still on my desk. So what you do is you go through and you can take a picture. Another thing that you can do is you can splice your pictures. So you can take multiple different images and put them together. So let's do that. Let's try that for a second here. So this one, and this one. Okay, and then we can put them all together. So we can have where it started, and that sort of thing. And you can print all of those together from, start, middle, and end, and show all of the different levels of coloring. So that one's not really middle, but actually, yeah, it is. It's before I got all of the final touches in. But you can definitely go through and select your start, middle, and end and print that out. Let's see. So like, for example, this one here. And then you go like that. And it shows you the start. And that one there should be a different one. The start, the middle, and the end. So there's the start and her face, her hair, and then we did all of her other coloring. So you can take a picture of when you started and combine them all to one sticker so that you can show your process, which is really, really kind of cool. But let's see the exit the app here. Let's do this first. So we're going to take a picture of the swatch chart. I know that's really close, but I want to try to get the whole swatch chart in there. Yeah, good enough. And then we're going to edit it. So we're going to crop off these side marks here. So we're going to take that off, and we're going to take this off, and then we're going to rotate it like so. Then we're going to hit save, and then go back to here and print a picture, go to images, go here. So you can see all of that. This is there. Now, let's see, let's go here. And now you can see it in black and white. And what you can do is you can go through and you can either color over the black and whites, or you can print this before you've done your swatch chart, fill in the areas with your color, and then you can put it on a card, such as the little cards that I use for labeling my pencil cases. So I'm going to print this. And I can take that and I can put it onto one of these cards. Like so. And once you have this printed out, if you print it out before you color it, of course, it will give you a color suggestion for that set of pencils. Now, of course, I can't get anything straight. Now this is a little bit blurry, and I think that's just because of the settings that I put it down on. And the sticky on the back is very, very sticky. Now the card that I'm putting this on has a bit of plastic on it, so it allows it to come off. So it's not matte, it's glossy. So I'm going to try to get this fairly straight on here. Like so. And what that does is that gives you a color reference to your swatch chart for the pencils that are in there. So if you're just quickly looking at something, hold on one sec. I have no idea why Alexa just went off. Stop. But what it does is it gives you a color reference to what's in the bag. So if you are just looking for a specific color range, you can take a look at your little swatch chart, say, okay, this has the color range I want, and grab that set of pencils, which is really, really kind of cool. What I would suggest doing is, of course, taking a picture of the swatch chart before you fill in the swatch chart, and then fill it in as you go. So, for example, with this swatch chart, I'm going to use a different set of pencils because I have them out. I can take the yellow and I can fill in that little area with yellow, like so. You know, and you can do that all the way across with the colored pencils as you're swatching them, and you know, be able to have that chart already there, ready to be looked at. Even though it's too small to use as a swatch chart, it still gives you the information of what colors are on or in that bag. So that is another way of using the sticker printers in your coloring. You can use it for your coloring journal, which you can definitely go through and take pictures of what you've colored and use the pictures in your journal, put your date, your name, that sort of thing. Or you can, like I showed you in the app, you can take an individual picture of each stage of your coloring, go into splice images, and bring all of those stages together and create a collage of the different stages of your coloring. Now these will be in black and white, so even though you're not going to see the coloring itself, you're going to see the different steps that you've taken of, you know, I started on this day, I got to this point, on this day I got to this point, by the end of it I got to this point. So it does give you the ability to do that. It also gives you the ability to add color as you're going along. So for example, with splice images here, let's see. Trying to find one that I've got multiple pictures of in different progresses here. That isn't, you know, a face, because sometimes faces are hard because of the amount of details that go into it and the amount of colors that go into it. And of course I do a lot of faces. All right, so let's do this one and this one. Oh, that is not the one I wanted. Go back. Yes. Don't know why, but it has clicked on that and I didn't want it to, so I'll click off of it. I had it clicked on something that I didn't want it clicked on, so I had to click off of it. All right, so where did those pictures go? I have so many pictures in my phone. I really need to go through and clean them all out. This one and this one. All right, so now I can show where I started and where I finished. And I can go through and I can add those colors onto the picture itself, either using a fine liner or a colored pencil. I find that the fine liners work best. Now see all of that? I can definitely fix that by going through and editing. So let's go back there. Let's do borderless. There we go. All right. So when you're in your editing area, before you choose to print, I'm not sure if you can edit these or not. So let's take a look at these two. All right. So it doesn't give me an option to edit. So let's do this. Other than move it around. So on this one, it doesn't give you the option to edit. However, on the images one, you do get that option to edit your contrast, your sharpness, your brightness, that sort of thing. You know, you get the ability to crop, you know, all that sort of stuff. You can even go through with an eraser and erase this part or this part, you know, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of different options that are available on the sticker printer for control of what you're taking a picture of. Now, what I would suggest that you use this for, like I said before, is journaling is a fantastic thing to use this for, and B, you can use it for your swatch charts so that you can just hang a tag on your pencil bag and see all of the different colors, or you can make small stickers for yourself, and you know, you can either make little magnets, that sort of thing, with the artwork that you are working on. With using the stickers themselves as something that you're going to color, I do strongly suggest that you use a marker to do that. The reason for that is because the water-based markers or the alcohol markers do tend to work a lot better than the colored pencils, because of the colored pencils do have a need to have more tooth to the page, where this has very little tooth in the page. So you would want to go through and make sure that you have, zoom you in a little bit, make sure that you have the ability to color that in. And the best way to have the ability to color that in would be with a marker. So as you can see, I can go over this with the marker. Well, if the marker worked. My marker is not working. That's a Sharpie. It needs to be activated again. There we go. This one is an acrylic. Oh, sorry about that. But it's a small nib, so it gets into those little tiny, tiny areas quite nicely. So you can use a small acrylic marker, you can use a water-based marker, you can even use an alcohol marker. However, I have found with the alcohol markers that getting into small details may be a lot more difficult. So remember that it is going to print very, very small. So those fine liners and those really, really fine nibbed markers are going to be a better suit for coloring on these stickers. And like I said, the area that I just colored down here, I did with the Faber-Castell Pitt pen down here. And once it's dry, I can't move it. Now I could go over that with the Pitt pen again with a different color and add in those details. So when you have it in full print, so if you do it like say a full thing, I printed this one here in full print, and again I can just rub on that and it doesn't come off. If I went over that again with the Pitt pen, I can add those details. So I can come through here and I can add a detail there. I can add more color here. and make that darker. I can add more color here and make that darker. Oh, sorry. You know, I can just come down through and add more color and make things a little darker. Now, make sure that your pen is not scrubbing against the other marker thing color, or you will end up rubbing that marker off. Because this is a very glossy paper, you will find that the marker can rub off if you're not careful. Now you can also use, like I said, you can also use alcohol markers on it. So for example, let's do trying to think of a good color for her face. So the very, very tip of your alcohol marker, very carefully, and you can cover the whole area. Like so. And then after that dries, you can come in with the next color and add to it. Now this paper does work really well for alcohol markers because it does give you the ability to blend without it bleeding out of the lines. So even though alcohol markers can be a little bit more daunting, especially if you don't have the brush nib ones, the chisel nib, like this one here has a chisel nib, is too big to actually get into those smaller areas without making a bit of a mess. You have to be very, very careful. Where if you're using your brush, you can get into those areas quite simply. So definitely is something that you can color. And I'm just going to let this dry for a few seconds here, and I'm going to show you that I can't rub that off. It's not going to bleed out, and I'm not going to rub it off. So you can definitely color them and put them in your journal. So because Hannah Lynn, a lot of Hannah Lynn that I do with alcohol markers. So coloring this in and putting it in a journal would work very well. So that is the IDPRT photo or not photo, but sticker printer. This is a thermal printer, so there's no ink. It prints via an app that you just download into your phone. You can take pictures of whatever you want to take pictures of and print it out. You can also take pictures and, you know, print them out and color them. So if you want to, if you have a PDF, for example, you can take something from that PDF, turn it into a JPEG, and print that out. That sort of thing. I'm going to zoom you back out because I have you zoomed way in. Now I do have a coupon on the site for this printer, and I do believe it's 30% off. Hold on, let me take a look. It is on my enable train under mini printer with one roll of stickers, one roll of sticker paper. And it is this exact one, and it is 30% off of $25.99. Plus there's also a 10% off, or a 20% off coupon as well. So once you add all of those together and you go to the checkout, before taxes, it works out to be $12.99 for this printer. A great thing to give it a try. The factor of it being 50% off once you get all the discounts put on gives you the ability to try this out for less than 13 bucks. It comes with everything you need to give it a shot. So I will, of course, post that coupon below the video. Like I said, when you go to the Amazon page for this printer, make sure that you click on all of the coupons that are there so that you get all of the discounts. So there's so many discounts available on this printer that it does definitely give you a good value for what you're going to do with it, and for something that you can play with and see if it is something that works well for you, A, in your journaling stuff, or B, in your scrapbooking stuff. That's another thing, is you can take pictures of different things and put them in your scrapbooks and then color them. Or, like I said, you can make your own little swatch charts, put them on a card or a piece of paper, attach it to your pencil bag, and have your own little portable swatch card on your pencil bag to give you the ability to see what's in that bag. All right, guys. Yeah, so that is the IDPRT Thermal printer. This is a smart pocket printer that uses a sticker paper. I do believe you can get other paper for it, but it does use, and it will print on sticker paper. You can also purchase paper for it, as well as other things on Amazon. I'm just trying to take a look here and see if they have a listing of what printer paper you need to buy. So it does not say. It is an S1, IDPRT S1. So make sure that when you're looking for replacement paper that you put that in so that you can find the correct replacement paper. All right, so again, that's the IDPRT S1 printer, thermal printer. And again, it is a printer that you can use the sticker paper in, create your own little stickers, create your own little swatch chart stickers, or stickers to put in your journals, where you can document and keep track of all of the pages you've colored, or of new books that you have come in. You can take a picture of it, put it in your journal for that day, and say, got a new book today, got some happy mail, and put a picture of that book in your journal. So great little device. Hopefully I've explained it well and explained to you the different things that we can use this for in our coloring journey. All right, guys, with that, I would like to say thank you all very much for watching. I hope this has been at least informative of the different things that you can use a thermal printer for in coloring. All right, guys, with that, always remember to like, comment, and subscribe to any YouTube artist that you enjoy. And of course, always remember to relax, color, and stay safe, everyone. Until next time, bye-bye for now.